Whether you're making $10 an hour working at a fast food restaurant or $100,000 a year working at a Fortune 500 company, there's one thing that everyone needs to have in place, and that is a saving strategy. Now in today's video, I'm gonna go over the saving strategy that I implemented into my life and the app on my phone that I use to keep me honest along that strategy and to make sure that I cut out any unnecessary expenses like going to Starbucks on a weekly basis. Guys, my name is Vince and welcome to the channel. Now, if there's one thing that I believe about budgeting is that you can't cut out everything you love and enjoy about your life if you want to stay consistent. Now, for me, I still drink Starbucks once a week because I love it and it keeps me consistent with the budget that I set for myself. Creating a strategy that you can stay consistent to really comes down to 3 simple steps. Number 1 is to start tracking your expenses, and I'll show you guys the app that I use on my phone to track mine. Number 2 is to start using the 50-30-20 rule in your life. I personally modify that and go to the 50-20-30 rule. I'll show you guys why I modify it and see if you can do that as well in your financial situation. And number 3 is to start making the necessary changes in your life to stay consistent along this new budget. Let's dig a little bit deeper into number 1, and that's tracking your expenses. Now, before you change up your expenses and you start spending less money in certain areas, download the Clarity app on your phone, connect all your accounts, connect your credit card accounts so that we can get a true baseline and actually build a plan off your true baseline in the step 2, which is the budgeting. The reason I don't want you to change anything is because if you were, you'd be sort of skewing the results of the test on the Clarity app because you'd be, giving it different inputs than your normal everyday spending. So don't change anything, continue to do what you've been doing. Download the Clarity app, connect everything to the app, so that we can get true data into the app of see what you're spending on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, your income, your expenses, and then we'll build a nice plan in step 2. I'm gonna go ahead, pull up the Clarity app on the screen. I'll run you guys through my account, how I'm utilizing it to help me along my budgeting, and how you can connect your accounts and start using the app right away. All right guys, so here we are pulling up the app. You can see, right when you open the app, it shows you what you spent in the last few days. So $15.43 in the last few days. Tells me I'm on track with my budgeting goal. So first off, I really love that feature. It keeps you on track of what you're spending. So next is last 5 purchases. Most recent, you can go to, high to low, low to high, and then any outliers. So I'm not sure if it's gonna, so no transactions. It probably doesn't know any of the outliers on my spending habits. So going back, most recent. Next one, you can see, it's a little bit of an ad, but it says if you want to save for something. So, it gives you some options here, a trip, a rainy day, a house, etc. And then it shows you, a high yield savings account that you can put your money into. So reminding you of that 1.7 that you can earn on your money. The next one is my credit card. So first one here is my Bank of America. That's $478 due tomorrow. Yes, it sucks. I got to pay a credit card bill. But that's nice to see. It keeps you on track of your credit card bills. Next one is, your income versus your expenses. So first off, this is the 1st of February when I'm making this video. So as you can see, there's my income, and then my spent is 0 because today I spent no money. So, first day of February, starting off perfect, $0 spent. I'm loving that. So weekly budget, you can set up this budget yourself, and I'll run you guys through that in the second part of this video where, we talk about the budgeting. So it's nice that you can put it right into this Clarity app. Next one is, what did I spend in a certain amount of period on a certain expense? So what did I spend at Starbucks this whole year? So it would be starting in January. So as you can see, I went over my goal of $25 last month. I actually spent double that. I spent $52, and that's because my girlfriend loves to go to Starbucks as well, and on the occasion, I will have to pay for her as well, just being, a gentleman. So I went over $52, so I'll make sure to, try to cut down on that next month. But at least you get to see that and keep track of that and see where you can improve in your budgeting. So you can also see like Publix, Hertz Cafe, Racetrack, Amazon, everything that you spend money on, you can go ahead and track what you've spent in the last few days. So I can go to Publix, is a local supermarket here. So last month I spent $140 in groceries, which is, in budget of what I have set up. So January spending, you can see my spending on my loans, on my bills and utilities, dining and drinks, shopping, groceries. You can set up all these certain things. Auto and commuting, which is usually gas. other expenses, and home. So all different categories that you can, put your expenses into so you can keep track of what the biggest expenses are. Finally, you can go down and see your reoccurring expenses. So this is where I have my rent, my utilities, all the other things that are reoccurring. Here's some of them. So Geico, Comcast, DirecTV, all reoccurring expenses. I can go into that. You can see how my mortgage, my FP&L, my electricity is all reoccurring expenses. So pretty cool to see that. Credit score, and then some of my other credit card payments. So American Express, Bank of America, Discover, all my credit cards, and my Chase credit card as well. So overall, this is like a total picture of my financial situation, all in one app, all in one screen. I can scroll down and up and just get an overall idea of my expenses, and start to budget off of this. So guys, once you download this app, I'll show you how to set up your accounts. So what you're gonna go is to the very right icon on the bottom right. It's the little guy there. You're gonna see the word institutions. You'll click on that and you can see all the accounts that I have linked to this. So all you're gonna do is press the plus button and you can find your institution right here. It has most of the institutions that you're probably using. So you can go ahead and click them right there. You'll sign in with your login and your password and it'll link everything up to this app, and automatically have all the money that you spend or you're saving in those accounts right into this app. So after getting a few months of data into the Clarity app, I want you to start looking at the expenses and using the features of the app to see what you're spending on every single month. Start looking at the outliers, start to find the areas of opportunities, and once you have all that, we can move on to step 2, and that's to really build your budget for the future. Number 2, let's build that strategy. So 50, 30, 20. The 50 is 50% of your expenses going towards housing, utilities, insurances, car payments, groceries, anything fixed that you definitely need. That's gonna go into that 50% bucket, and that's 50% of your after-tax income. The 30% is 30% for wants. That's entertainment. That's things that you definitely don't need, but the things that you want. This is the bucket that my Starbucks falls into. And the 20% is 20% that you save for the future that you invest into yourself. Well, I modify this rule up just a little bit. Instead of 50, 30, 20, I'll do 50, 20, 30. That middle part for your wants, your hobbies, things that you enjoy, your entertainment, I'll shrink that down to 20%. My hobbies are cheap. I don't go out much. I don't go out to dinner. I eat a lot at home. So I shrink that down to 20%. And what that helps me do is push me up to 30% for saving for the future, for investing in myself. So this is a super easy strategy, guys. It's used for years. You can look it up all online. I'll post some links in the description about the strategy. But I found it extremely easy to follow and very efficient. Making that change from 20% saving for the future to 30% saving for the future is extremely helpful, and it really grows fast. So it's a more realistic thing than saving 50% of your income like you may see online. If you can do that and you have a big enough income, then that's fantastic. If you're not there just yet, target that 30% or even target that 20% that the rule calls for, and you're still doing a great job of your budgeting and your saving for the future. All right, guys, so for this next part, I'm gonna jump onto the tripod here. I'm gonna get onto the computer and run you through this website that I found that I really like. It gives you a nice calculator. I'll go ahead and post the link in the comments down below, but let's go through this. So as you can see, here's the 50, 30, 20 budget. This is from NerdWallet, so shout out to them. Really like this website. So monthly after-tax income. So for me, that's gonna be $5,800. So that's gonna show me right there, $2,900 for necessities, $1,700 for wants, and $1,100 for savings and paying off debt. So that's the 50, 30, 20. For me, those two are swaps. So right now I'm saving just about $1,700 a month for my future, and then I'm using $1,100 for my wants and some of the stuff that I do, like going to Starbucks. So that's really nice. So go ahead, put your number right in there, guys. This is a super great link. Going down, so this is going into the third part of this strategy, and that's changing some of your lifestyle to make sure that you can fit into this budget. So NerdWallet goes ahead and shows you some daily money saving tips, some like using an automated tool. I've talked about that in the past in my channel about using, automatic recurring deposits to make sure that you stay on a set schedule. I really believe in that, and it's no coincidence that this is number 1 by NerdWallet. Number 2, taking manual saving actions. So emptying your pockets each day, starting to collect extra change. Now, that's a little far-fetched. I don't know if I would do that, but obviously taking some manual actions is always a great idea. Prep and grocery shopping, that's a big one. I do that a lot. Making sure you know what you're gonna get when you get there so you don't overspend. That's a good one. Smaller servings at restaurants, another good one. Discounts and entertainments, any discounts that you guys can find. Mapping out major purchases and making sure that you have these things planned in advance and you don't make any impulse decisions. Online shopping, that's a deadly one. And make your own gifts. DIY, if you're sort of creative, another great one. So some daily saving tips, monthly saving tips: lower your car payment, bundle cable and internet, switch your cell phone plan, maybe a decent one. Monitor your electric bill. If you're overspending on electric, see where you can save money there. Student loans, if you have them. And then unnecessary subscriptions, that's a big one. And that's something that the Clarity app actually helps you out with as well. There's long-term saving plans like tracking your spending, which we're talking about in this video. Refinancing your mortgage if you have one. What rates have been lowering in the recent past, so maybe it's a good time to refinance. And then set savings goals like we're doing in this video today. Setting goals so that you can stay on track and reach that goal into the future. To talk about today, number one was starting to track your expenses using the Clarity app to really take control of what you're spending and get an idea of what you may be overspending on. Number two was really using the 50-30-20 rule, getting that set up in your financial situation and starting to utilize that very simple budgeting strategy. And finally, number three, some simple life hacks, some ways to save money, some daily habit changes that you can make in your life to make sure that you're successful and that you're consistent along your budgeting path. If you're still watching this, first off, I want to say thank you. Go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I post finance content here once a week, so if you want to stay in tune, also go ahead and consider pressing that little bell notification. Again, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.